The charts change every day. Crypto is always changing every day. I follow the charts daily. I know I said it was looking bearish, but I'm going to be getting into why we have a bullish little short-term action going on. Guys, the charts change daily. We saw a lot of indicators pointing to the bearish side. Needed to look more long-term on it as there were some trends that were pointing that way. And guys, it's you versus the market makers, right? It's not me versus the market makers. It's you guys. You guys have to understand that as well. It's you versus the market makers. There's people who control this market. They get it to go in a certain narrative. They create articles. They create these types of narratives, and they will short or long against those narratives and make a lot of money. So that being said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, guys. This is what actually happens in crypto. But you need to make sure to always be able to play against them if you want to be profitable. We were bearish on this channel for a while, and I'm just saying short term. Okay, short term charts are changing. I saw a trend. Someone in the Discord actually showed me a trend that was actually very, very interesting to hear about. We're going to talk about that trend and where this is all going to be headed, or what we see it heading towards through these charts. Make sure to remember these charts change every day. Okay, these charts change every day. So let's go into the Discord real quick. All right, hello.
It's building up.
Hello.
At the moment, that's a good sign. But we have a long way to go, man. We have to break all the walls. Yo.
Hello, Reda.
Hello?
I'm streaming right now, and I'm gonna go through the charts with them on exactly what just happened and why should I be bullish as of right now. A lot of them are disgruntled a little bit. What did you show me that showed the bullishness that we saw?
To verify its short-term bullishness, expert was right on the long term. We also can go down, because if you zoom out, you can see we're making a lower lows. You know, I mean lower highs. So, but in the short term, I see a golden cross on the 2 hours happening. You can put it up on your chart. That's why I'm bullish on the short term.
All right, so we have a golden cross happening on the EMA
on the
levels.
10-day, yeah, the 10 and the 21, yeah.
The monthly 10 was also the...
Yeah, so in the monthly chart as well. So
right here,
important.
guys, right here. This didn't happen before. This just happened. When we have a golden cross on the 2 hours, we normally go up a significant amount of percentage. And guys, I've been bullish since this gray line happened, since we went under this line and we were looking at that chart from there. You can't catch every dip exactly, but we do catch the majority of them, and not a lot of people are going to catch this golden cross on the 2 hour. So this is just pointing towards some bullishness short term. We're still in a bear market as of right now. We're still in a downtrend. We're still making lower highs. So you guys have to understand that from a longer term perspective, we're still bearish. But right now we are a little bit bullish because we have this golden cross that's happening on the 2 hour right now. Boom. All right, so let's get into some of these altcoins that are going to be pumping. All right, so any of you guys have suggestions? I heard Telcoin, right? I do like Telcoin right now.
I bought some spot earlier, so I bought some cake, some bake. Luna, for example, like coins with high volume, like you said before in the stream.
Yep, yeah. High volume,
and
guys.
With tight stop losses.
With stop losses. And you guys have to understand that these charts change day to day. And Reddit, you wanna talk to them about what these market makers do? Because we'll get into that. Okay, what do these market makers do? Well,
every YouTuber telling
you're cutting out a little bit. Sorry.
They sold all their coins. I turned to.
Restart. Yeah.
I'm still cutting out.
No, you're good now.
Yeah, for me, whenever everyone is really bearish, I try to find some bullish patterns. So I went to the weekly on Bitcoin and I saw a bullish pattern forming. You can put it on your screen.
Yeah, I'll go to the monthly, the bullish pattern.
Yeah,
no one looks at this long-term pattern for Bitcoin. I didn't even look at it, so I didn't know. Reddit thinks out of the box. Very, very great analysis.
No. To be honest, I look at many YouTubers like Costa Verdes. He spotted it first, and then I tried to analyze it myself, and he was right. I validated it, and then I went to the Discord. We have many good TA people like Expert and many others, and we try to look at it. But these market makers, they are hearing that everyone thinks we are going down because of a bloody Sunday. But you have to know these market makers, they're gonna liquidate many shorts. So I see a big short squeeze happening. And if you go back in time, you can see that happen many times in a downtrend. Don't let these market makers make you lose money, please.
Yeah, well, we were below this monthly chart and then we spiked back up towards it, but you have to understand that it's you versus the market makers, right? If you were a market maker and every single person was bearish, you would put longs on because you know people are shorting the market. I was bearish. I didn't really pay attention to how many bearish people there were. When there's so many people that are bearish every single which way, it tends to get a little bit bullish in the short term because they're trying to liquidate those shorts, and that's how you guys can make a lot of money if you are a market maker. But that just shows you guys an example of what can happen when everyone's bearish. It sucks that everyone went bearish, but I do see a little short-term 2-hour cross as what was pointed out, and this will have some significant upside here, probably in the next day or so. At least every time we've had a cross, we've had some significant upside around.
I see many people in the chat; they're very confused.
Were they confused about?
I see many people are confused, and I know. Yeah, because you said don't buy the dips, don't buy it. We know. If I was you guys, I would just wait. These are like short-term trades. Like if you put tight stop losses, you can make some money in the short term. But if you don't have any experience, then just wait on the sidelines.
Yeah,
don't put yourself in risk.
These are short-term trades. Like if you guys really wanted to focus on more long-term trades, you guys can go to some other people. I can promise that these short-term trades that I do this like 15 hours a day at least, and I've made a lot more profits than any of these YouTubers. Just saying. I know sometimes you can't always be spot on. Sometimes I miss trends. It happens, right? I'm human. I'm not an AI bot yet, but you guys gotta realize that this is a short-term trend, right? Most people don't pick up on these short-term trends. Some do, but you guys gotta realize that this is a short-term trend. We're still gonna be bearish. You guys could buy at the next dip if you want, but I do see some bullishness with this cross, probably at least 5 to 10%. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you guys get. I mean, I'll get something wrong once in a while, but it's pretty hard for me to look at every single indicator. I will look at the monthly more often now, thanks to that advice. But yeah, we did have this level also right here, guys, with Bitcoin. We had a triple bottom reversal. What's a triple bottom reversal? Well, if you look at the chart right here, I thought we were going to be breaking through this 34, 33-ish level down to the 32, 31, and 30 level, which was down here lining up with this. But we ended up bouncing directly off this trend line. And what does this mean, guys? This means that it showed some bullishness. I didn't put this trend line in here also, which I should have. But we bounced directly off of it, and that was another thing that I could have done that would have made some profits, but you can't catch them every time. So that's another thing right there that I will be doing in the future. And I don't care about owning up to my mistakes that I made. I mean, it's something that you learn from, right? We all learn from everything we can. But you see this trend line right here. We had this in 2017, same thing, a little short-term bullishness, but it's going to probably be most likely, what charts are showing, long-term bearishness, okay? But yeah, where do I expect this to go? Probably around this 37 to 38K Bitcoin by today. Maybe we'll hit this 40 to 41 zone, but this is going to be very, very hard to break today or tomorrow. We do have this demand zone, right? So we have this demand zone down here. This is where people are buying. And then we have the supply zone over here where people are selling. If we break through the zone, we'll probably be scot-free to 38 to 39K. Very, very hard zone for Bitcoin to break right now. But we'll get more into altcoins as well. So a few percent, 3 or 4% on Bitcoin will go a long ways on these alts. As you guys can see, look at these trend lines that were down here. With Bitcoin, we had 1, 2, and then we had the third one that was back there, but it doesn't show up with Altcoin. But with Altcoin, very, very volatile, has high volume, and a lot of probability for this to do at least 2, 3, 4x even what Bitcoin's currently doing in price action. So I do see this as has the ability to probably go up around 20 more percent from where it is currently to where it should be if we have a 39, 37, 38K Bitcoin. It's still extremely undervalued where it is right now. Just had around a 10 to 20% run up, 24%. I know Reddit got into that one, but I wasn't fortunate to. But I'm looking at buying it along these levels right here. Yeah, your shorts turn into your longs, and your longs turn into your short levels sometimes. I'm not trying to put any salt on the wound or anything, but I was trying to explain that you guys can't just be shorting. You have to be also longing and shorting at the same time. If you focus on one, some bad things can happen. I was focusing too much on shorting instead of longing as well, and I need to make sure to really gauge the market. Gauge the market and see what other people are all posting and what the narrative is, because you notice that a lot, right? When everyone's bearish, things turn bullish at some points, and they're still bearish. I luckily was bearish pretty early, and it was kind of my downfall because I never noticed that basically everyone was bearish. That's what the market makers will take advantage of. As would you if you were a market maker. You would want to liquidate all those trades if they were all bearish. So it happens when people don't look at long term, which we'll start doing a lot more. The long-term trends. But Matic, I see Matic going to around $2 ish. Have you changed your thoughts on ETH since earlier? I would still say $1,900, $1,800 ETH will be possible, but it's just the fact of this probably taking a little bit longer to happen. Maybe it'll be a week or two from now, or probably less than that. I did show some tweets that I posted where I did see once we had that first initial drop. I saw 3 weeks of bullishness and then bear market after those 3 weeks, as we had that in the past. I still see that as a definite possibility. I haven't changed from that thesis. I was just more focused on short term. I'm actually going to bring up that photo real quick to show you guys what I see the market doing. I just got the short term incorrect, but I have been looking at the long term, but I didn't look at it yesterday, which is pretty unfortunate. But this is what I see. I see that $1,800 ETH level easily coming into play, guys. Easily coming into play. So here is what I had right here. I see this EMA level. Let me go back to the tweet and show you guys this. So I see a bullish trend on the EMA once we had this dip all the way down there. I saw a little bullish trend upwards. We have not shown this trend since 2017 after all-time high was broke, had an 80% run up when it dipped under 200 EMA by 50%. Expect bullishness for the market in the next 3 weeks and bearish few months. But what do I see from this exactly right now? Well, I thought we were going to be coming a little bit lower because in 2018 we had a lower drop and then a 80% run up. I saw 80% run up from a lower level, like 25, 27. But now that we had that trend line that we saw, now that we have that 2 hourly cross, I can tell you right now it's going to be a little bullish for at least the next day or so, but we will have that bearishness probably maybe after a week or so. That's what I first predicted, but market's been so volatile, it's been hard to really keep the best gauge on it and follow everything, but I will. But yeah, do see possibly still another week or so of bullishness, week and a half of bullishness, but that's too long term to tell when the markets and the charts are changing every single day. But we'll go into Ethereum real quick. We see Ethereum possibly going to around the 1850 level if we do have a dip down to the 31-ish Bitcoin, 31 to around 30, around 29 at 500, I think. Let me compare the charts to get you guys some good buy orders on Ethereum, because you guys are going to want to be buying Ethereum on the dips for sure. All right, it'll be up here. All right, so around Yeah, around 31 to 30, around 31, you will be able to get that price to 31.5. That's a really good price to get some Ethereum at, as it has stayed above that when Bitcoin has dipped. So it might be a little bit lower. It might be 30K that you might scoop that Ethereum up at, but that's definitely a great buy. All right, so we went over Telcoin, Manic. We'll go over ETC as well. ETC is still showing bearishness. It hasn't pumped up as much. It's just in a following descending wedge as of right now. Not much volatility in the price upwards yet. Did have around, how much percent was this? Around 5%. But that's nothing compared to what some of these coins are doing. This is more of just a coin that you short, and once in a while you will long. Bake as well. Bake had a lot of price movements. This is one of those good coins that has great volatility, great price action that you need to look out for. But I do see Bake probably pulling off another 10 to 15%. One of my favorites right now is definitely Telcoin at those levels, as Telcoin is always extremely, extremely volatile. I see this probably going here too. Yeah, around 15 to 17% would be a great price target for that. Zen's dead. We went through the indicators though. Is there any of you guys in the Discord see any other indicators that you want me to go through? Cody's very bullish as well, it was earlier.
How's Zen doing today?
Alright, we'll go through Zen. Yeah, Cody's up 30%. This will be a good coin to short once it gets higher, guys. This will be a really good coin to short once it gets higher. So keep that on your radar, right? Get that 54% in 2 days. And this went down 37. So keep Cody in mind in the future. Zen right now is still underperforming exactly where it's at right now. It should be going up more, which it's just been shorted to oblivion right now. I do see possibly a retracement up to 120. That'd probably be some good orders, but guys, look how slow this is moving. It's only gone up 7%. Well, there's multiple coins going up over 6%. It actually only went up 6, not 7. But yeah, it's a very, very slow mover. Even after this push down, it already had its run up, so it's not going to have that big push up yet. So I would not be focused on Zen unless it has some more price action. It's still probably shortable when we get to that level, just because we know it has low volatility on the upside. Going to be very good volatility on the downside once we have that push down in Bitcoin. All right, we'll go over KSM. Any trades that you guys want to go over, you can as well. I can go over them in the disc or from the Discord. I just wanted to update them on what the current situation of the market is, because it changed from my perspective. Go through some good buys. I don't like buying KSM too much just because the price action's so slow. Slow moving coin as of right now. Really hasn't changed in price action since that 154 dip that we had down here. It hasn't been too volatile. It had the news events, and that kind of sold off the volatility to these other coins. But possibly we could see 20-30% out of KSM still, but I highly doubt it, just because the volatility needs to be there. They already had their biggest release, and traction's not towards them right now. Not too much social analytics. All right, let's see what Luna's doing. I'll look into Luna. Luna's up 26% in the past day. We are reaching a support level right here. Pretty key. I mean, everything's in this just upward volatile channel. You know, you can never have something come down without a retracement back upwards, right? I do think though that we might go up a little bit more, but we're definitely gonna have that downside, and we'll be ready for that downside when it does happen. But for right now, I do see this definitely coming a little bit higher, maybe to the 750 to the 775. It's just right now we're just kind of dependent on Bitcoin. Need to chart Bitcoin a lot more before really understanding these alts. Need to show you guys what Bitcoin's doing. If Bitcoin broke through that third top right there, guys, it would have been very, very bearish. What am I talking about? This right here, right? We had this get hit, we had this get hit, and it was an upwards little trend right here. But if this broke through here, there was really no support all the way down to around 31 to 30. This could have happened, and I just think there was too many people that were bearish that caused these market makers to want to short or want to long the market to liquidate all of them and make a lot of money, which is what I would do if I was a market maker. It would be very, very smart to do. I know it sucks that all these people get bearish all of a sudden when we could have gotten some nice gains, but it is what it is. All right, I got food here.
Can you give us some good ranges for Telcoin?
Yeah, but short term, I am a little bullish.
A little bit of tech.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Technical difficulties.
I'm having technical difficulties.
No, I thought you were.
Yeah, your audio.
Yeah, it was.
Your audio's cutting in and out.
My audio is lagging, or is it just over Discord? It is. Yeah, but what we see here right now is 1, 2, 3. We're talking about this trend line right here. If it broke through this trend line, we could have saw a lot of bearish activity and hit these levels.
I'm only listening on Discord.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. I think I'm just having a little bit of internet issues through Discord. But yeah, we do see still.
Chad is asking for VET and ICP.
All right, we'll go through them. But we saw the 2-hourly close with the golden cross, which is going to point to some upside. Not sure if we could break this supply level, just to reiterate that. Go through VeChain. VeChain has some decent volatility. It's just, it kind of already hit that bottom level. We got the same trends with VeChain that we do with Bitcoin. Look at this, guys. Same sort of trends, right? We couldn't bounce below that, and it's an uptrend, right? It's an uptrend. But yeah, I would say VeChain right now, there's probably going to be some more volatile assets than VeChain. Could see still 30% would be very, very possible. But let's chart it out. I mean, 30% still really good, guys. 30% still really good. To be getting 30% is a great feat to do during a market like we are in.
Chat is begging for Pond as well.
Alright. Told you guys to sell your Pond, by the way. I didn't tell you guys to buy it that low until we had a market dip, and then buy it at lower levels. But people aped into it, didn't listen, but it's okay. We'll go over it. Yeah, that's still 30% you could easily make off of VeChain. I mean, that's pretty good. It's still come up around 100% there. We got some there. And from this high right here, it went down 30%. Still has some upside potential for sure. 20 to 30% would definitely be possible on VeChain in the short term. It's just a matter of time before this market turns bearish. They're going to let all of you guys get your hopium pumps in, right? And then they're going to turn it bearish as soon as the whole market is done having their bullish fest. It's what always happens. It happens over and over and over. Just didn't think it was happening this time. Because I found a trend early and thought for whatever reason, oh no, it can't happen, oh no. It happened. All the indicators were pointing to bearishness except for a few of them, but still they weren't. They were pointing to bullishness a few days after I didn't look at them again. Still sucks. That's why you guys got to set your stop losses no matter what. But still going to be able to make this day out to be profitable for those of you that had your stop losses hit on a few of those trades. I know you guys still have managed to scrape some.
What's got stops out?
I know there's just probably some people who have lost money. I'm sure, just because they started watching like a middle of a stream or something and didn't listen, or I don't know.
Yeah, a few more requests I see here are T-Fuel, Theta, EOS as well have been requested by chat.
Alright. My pawn buy level is around this 4-3 level, guys, right here. This is where my pawn buy level is here. I have this one and then this red one, which is where I told you guys to buy. Right here, when you guys get 50-60% in a day, if you guys bought, why wouldn't you sell? It doesn't make sense not to sell once you have those gains in a market that is potentially bearish. If you guys are in gains, if you guys are in profits, there's no reason not to put a stop loss or not to sell some of your profits, right? So let's get into what else you said. ICP. I'll go into ICP first. But yeah, I do like pawn. Pawn's something that you guys can buy if we're really at low levels, and it will be big. It's extremely undervalued, but so are a bunch of coins that are undervalued, but they just need hype and they need time. But I wouldn't touch pond again, and I would definitely, if you guys are in profit, not something that you want to be holding when there's a lot of upside in other coins and these small caps get wrecked during dips.
I think something also to expert that you can bring up for the YouTube for your YouTube channel is that you got to know what your strategy is. Hodling phase was in the bear market. You know, people are basing their short-term strategies and long-term strategies and getting those confused. If you bought these, you know, on a hodl stage before this bear run, yes, hodl. But right now you have to, if you bought on a, you know, peak in a, you know, bull switching to bear market, you have to take your profits and losses. You have to play this smart. It's going to switch from bear to bull on short-term basis, going down a long-term trend. So guys, be smart. Don't just, you know, hey, don't ape into things. He is a very, very, you know, smart guy. Been doing this for a lot of years. This is, you know, take his advice. This is a good thing.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is it's really just comes down to the amount of real hours and the amount of thought process that some of you guys have. I've had books that can make you guys really get a judgment on the market yourselves if you guys use them and you listen to them. They talk about market makers. They talk about when everyone's bearish, right? So when everything is bearish, the whole narrative is bearish, all these people are going to have shorts on, and it's a great time to liquidate those people. That's what these market makers think like. But yeah, I would say ICP, I just don't have enough data to compute on ICP. It's just, yeah, it's at the lowest point, but who knows how low ICP can really go because we don't have that much of a graph. Yeah, we've had these pumps, but it's still just been low, slowly bleeding out. I can't do much TA on something that's been slowly bleeding out like this. What else? Any other ones from the Discord?
Well, from chat they were asking for T-Fuel and Theta.
Yeah, same thing with T-Fuel almost. Somewhat. You guys just see how these alts differ from Bitcoin? Like in reality, these alts should have the same sort of patterns as Bitcoin. And I'm looking at the alts quite a lot, and the fact that they don't, kind of you kind of judge what they're doing in the short term based off of that a little bit. As this alt hasn't had the spikes like Bitcoin has, it's probably not going to go up as much as Bitcoin because it didn't back then. Chart patterns are looking a little bit different. I mean, this is a community, guys. You have to understand, if you guys want to get this information up to date, if you guys want to get more opinions, you could join the Discord as well. I always want the people that are willing to work hard and put in the effort to join Discord. It's completely free, and you guys will have a community of people that are willing to work just as hard as you are. And you guys have to be willing to put in the time and effort to stay, but it's really just about getting a community together to try and judge the best perspective on the markets and to learn as much as you can to make as much gains as possible. Yeah, T-Fuel as well. I mean, I don't see this being as much as a profitable trade as I would think, but it's still barely up. We need more volatility. Look how low the volume is on T-Fuel right now. Right? We see that volume down there. Not too high, right? We want some more volume, but we could get some in the short term. We just, wait and see. But it's already up around, that's like 36%. We'll go on the 15-minute, check the volume again. But yeah, it's still very, very low, actually. It's right on that support, so 27. It's up like, what, 15%? 15. I don't know. I wouldn't touch T-Fuel right now. I have traded them before, but as of right now, if you guys are in profit on them, I would probably just hold off. I mean, we could see this push up to here. It'd only be around 20%, but there's some more profitable trades to be made. What's some other ones?
So they're really asking for the usual ones, such as ADA. I saw Helium request as well, and Mana.
All right, we'll go over Cardano.
And Matic, of course, is being quite requested.
All right. Yeah, guys, look how ADA runs completely with Bitcoin right here. Completely with Bitcoin. For the most part, actually, it had a little more of a dip there. I got confused with this right here. But yeah, ADA is doing the exact same movements as Bitcoin is. So what do we see? Probably I think it's 1.9 is what ADA is doing to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is able to go to 30, 38, 39, we're going to see ADA go up 16, or not 16, but around 14 to 12%. So that would put it around this level at 8.5, which we do have a resistance level there. And who knows, this could just be, they could just short the market today with the amount of volatility that we have. That's why you guys always have to be running stop losses. But it is looking bullish due to those EMA indicators for the short term. But it looked bearish due to a lot of indicators yesterday. And these market makers are just trying to squeeze as much money as they can out of the market. So you always have to be one step ahead using stop losses. Especially if you're trading as well. Even if you're holding long term, they're going to be able to save or break you. They're going to either save or break you, however that saying goes. Up 24%. Maybe another 16, 17%. Put it to that level. I wouldn't even say 16, probably hit the bottom. Maybe even just 13. Maybe 16. I would aim for around 12 to 13 on ADA. Alright, we'll go through Matic again. I mean, who wasn't bearish on the market besides publicly besides what's his name, Michael Saylor, and I don't know who else. So all I saw was bearishness, and that's bad when you can only find like one person who's not. You guys need to remember that and pick up on that. So I was a little arrogant to that fact. I mean, the Matic volatility is insane. Matic volatility is insane, guys. Like this it goes up and down 20% every day. It's insane. But it was a little dip down to the 7-8 level. Now push off. We should probably see if we do have that run up with Bitcoin. you will see around probably at least a 13% to 15% with Matic. I don't see it breaking this $2.25 level if we do have that though. Maybe it will, but I would just try and take profits soon with Matic if you guys do have any Matic. See dot.
You try and keep it down, please.
Would you say?
Ignores what it says and keeps continuing.
I mean, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for how does this relate? How does Bitcoin relate, or how does dots relate to what Bitcoin's doing currently? And then I'm relating that back to this to see which one has the best price action. Which coin will I buy? Which will go up the most? Because when Bitcoin goes up the most, this coin on average goes up the most. So you can make the most amount of your gains. That's what you have to be looking at on these dips, on these run-ups. Which coin's going to go down the most? Which coin's going to go up the most? And we've been pretty successful in sniping those. But it's not as hard as it sounds. Just find out what the volatility is. Find out what price was Bitcoin, what price was this coin, and then compare those statistics together to really get a better understanding and get a good range on it. But yeah, DOT right now, DOT fell off, guys. DOT fell off. Was bullish on DOT back in the bull run era. Now it's down 72%. They have a lot of work to do on their ecosystem. Maybe we'll see a 20% to a 12%. They did have their biggest event also happen already, so not much new stuff coming. Not much new stuff coming. How high will Ethereum get in the short term before taking down and hitting the $1,800 target? Well, let's put that into fruition. Possibly. How long will it take? Well, it will take probably a. Well, we already said that it would take around a 31K to a 30K Bitcoin, which could take probably could be a week or two. I can't say for sure just because these market makers. If you guys go look back at 2017, you go look back at what they did and how this market's been controlled. They're doing this volatility game where it's the highest volatility that has ever really been seen in crypto. These prices are very, very different every single day. The ranges of these prices, aka the volatility. So I couldn't give you an exact time frame. I mean, I would say just when Bitcoin hits 30 to 31K, that will be available. So that would be a good time to grab some up. That's only a 27% drop. That's not too much considering what we've seen in the market. But yeah, Ethereum long-term hodl for any of you guys that were wondering. One or Harmony always has great price action as well, or it has during these dips just because it's more
helium.
known.
Let's look at some helium.
Right, I'll go into helium, but yeah, one's also a good thing to get. The thing with helium is it pushed off the top so hard, like it busted out so quick. Look at this, guys. We had a 50% run during like that bear market phase. It was insane. And now we're down 30%. Maybe we'll be able to break this this second top right here. If we aren't able to break the second top, which is only around, I believe, like 7%. Yep, 7 to 8% above. You will see trouble for this to go long term. If it does break above this, and let's say it reaches this top right here, I will be shorting it once Bitcoin is at 39 to 40K. That's going to be my goal for the short term. Charts do change though, so I will update you guys if these targets change. If Bitcoin's at 39 or 40 and the charts show it going higher, I might change my thesis on when I'm going to short. But I'm always looking at these coins, thinking, where's their top going to be? Where are they going to top out? When's Bitcoin going to top out? So very important for you guys to understand that. But if we do break that 7 and then maybe 13 to 14, but it just had that huge run up. Too big of a run up, guys. Too big of a run up. All right, so yeah, Bitcoin is just showing this trend right here. Really important for you guys to understand this. We did have the EMA cross, gave you guys some good coins, and I will be doing some more streams later in the day, most likely. But I need to just get this video out there for any of you guys that were wondering why is Bitcoin going up. EMA cross in this trend bounced off of it right here. This trend 1, 2, and 3 bounced off of it. Too many people were bearish as well. A lot of people get liquidated by the market makers when everyone's bearish. Keep that into consideration. Take some notes on that. Learn from your lessons if you guys lost some money over these dips. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the stream, and I hope you guys have a great day.